Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on getting our fleets upgraded, and eventually these forces are going to merge together. But that's apparently going to take a very long time indeed. I guess that's fine, there's not really anything we can do about it, so here we are. This is just what we're dealing with. So we're currently up here in Dojak with this current construction ship, and I would like to take out Moscot eventually. We're not really running into issues with the Spectre, it's presumably just hanging out over here. So that's noted. A distress signal in Matar, huh? Sure, we'll agree to help them. That is fine. And we're going to decline this, we want the influence for ourselves. This construction ship is going to build a starbase in Urantok, and that'll be wonderful. So eventually we're going to get these ship upgrades completed. We are definitely working on those at fairly significant speed. We're almost done with it, in fact. So that looks good. 40%, yeah. This is going to be done very swiftly indeed. We have additional ships that are going to need upgrading, but it's going to take them a very long time to get to this location. So whatever, I guess it's fine. We do have an Astral Rift event pending, and we will proceed with that, of course. Asteroid triplets. Ooh, that's actually quite good. Beautiful. So we are, of course,
Ships
going to come
upgraded.
grab that eventually. But there's these ships finished. Now, I want to come take out the Spectre first. And I don't think this is the path I want to take. So we're going to come down this direction. And we're going to head out
Research
this way.
complete.
So that's going to take some time to get there, for sure. It's going to be slow, but that is understood. Let's grab shields.
Construction
That'll be our
complete.
next big upgrade over there. And here in Urantok, we definitely want to colonize this. So this is currently going to be the Nimbus that are going to colonize this. And that is wonderful. So we'll get that going. We're also going to want to build the mining and research stations here. So that all looks great. The ISS Bow Rider over here, it's going to be idling for a bit. This is the only real location to build up here. In fact, we may want to just disband it, as I think about it. These guys are plotting to deceive us. Very rude. We're going to gain some
Research
unity from that,
complete.
and that seems fine. We also just detected an electric storm, so that looks good. And habitability going up, so we can grab food processing centers next. Wonderful. This science ship is idle, and what do we want to do with it for the moment? Well, I would like to come out over this direction. Another ship is performing this order, and that's understood. I don't think we actually need this science ship, as I think about it. I'm going to get rid of it. There we go. So that is fine. We can grab a new tradition, and what do we want? Well, we could take, like... I don't want to go with aptitude, I don't think. Harmony would be interesting, reducing our pop upkeep. Leader lifespan, pop to motion time, minus 75% is huge. Empire size from pops. Edict fund. This is pretty good. We could definitely go the Harmony tree.
Council agenda
Let's go.
available.
So that seems magnificent. And we're going to arrive down here in the eventual times. But it is
Construction
certainly
complete.
going to take some time. The ISS Bluefin has finished again in Sau, and we're going to grab all of those mining and research stations, and then we're going to move into Dorelion. Eventually. So we have this planet over here that we should probably grab. I'm surprised we didn't. We'll get that going. That must have finished terraforming, and I must have missed it. Okay, that's fine. We will definitely be colonizing whatever planets we can. Things are going to be a little awkward because of routing around the storms, but we'll get there eventually. The Numistic Order, huh? What do you want to give us? 250 minor relics for 300 alloys? No thank you. We will keep the alloys.
Aggressors spotted.
Okay, so the Spectre is back over here. We knew that it was only a matter of time before it turned up. So, I want to head here. And we'll arrive there currently in like 700 days. So this is going to be causing damage here. But it is currently heading back south. It's like it wants to protect Sau or something and prevent us from having stuff here. Interesting. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. And we're going to go with the happiness here. And what do we want in Ulm? So this is finishing its terraforming, right? First things first, I want to colonize it, which we're going to do. And it has a lot of generator districts as it is. Okay. Sure. I guess we'll make that be a generator world, perhaps? I feel like we don't really need a generator world, but we can also colonize up over here, which we would definitely love to do. Okay, so it's going to come through here again. It's going to take out this spaceport. No shockers there. It's going to be passing through exactly like it did before. So I'm going to cancel this order, and I'm going to move up to Evolve for right now. I mostly just want to keep an eye on the Spectre here, and I don't want to spend additional influence in this area if we know it's going back and forth like this. So that'll be fine for now. Yeah, find the source of that gas. Excellent. And of course, we've got 4 colony ships going. So now the question is, do we need anything on our worlds? And the answer is a little bit of housing here. I think that a city district makes a lot of sense, because this is currently specified as an agri-world. Ooh. We're going to take the exotic gas. Excellent. So, we are exiting this storm now. We can see that we're still quite a long ways away from here. I want to come down this direction, actually. That is slightly faster, and we know that the Spectre is heading down here. It is quite slow, so that is definitely noted. Can we get ourselves an astral boost? Yes, we can. We should do that. How much time will that shave off? That shaved off like 100 days. Not bad. I'm quite pleased with that, actually. So that is really, really good.
Handshake protocols
This
activated.
science ship is currently idle, and the question is, do we actually need it? And I'm going to argue, no. I'm going to get rid of that one. These two we're probably going to keep around, and this construction ship is currently idle, but for the time being, there's not a lot to do unless we come up here and, like, grab Weir. We certainly could do that. And just leave this area for now. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Lost.
So they attack Sau again, and we knew that was going to happen. The question is, where does he go down here? We'll keep an eye on that. But we're probably going to lose sensors on him very, very soon.
Research complete.
That's absolutely okay. So shields are now researched. That looks good. Ah, a democratic ruler election. I don't care. We're going to grab networked relays next. We're really going to want to get these built eventually, but I want to get all of this filled in first. A particle storm has been detected now. Okay, it's almost like we're summoning them or something. Let's grab a physics insight. And yeah, this has completely disappeared now.
Research
so
complete.
He might be out over here, he might be down here. It's hard to say. So alloy nanoplants have finished up. Durasteel armor would be a great thing to get. So we're going to get more upgrades that we can put into our fleets, and eventually that'll happen. Yeah, these are not actually changing when they're going to arrive, which is interesting. So they're going to get caught up eventually. We can put in a trait pick here. Artillery focus 2 would be interesting. Ship weapons range is always very good. So we're going to grab that. We do have a mining core down here. I guess on our way, we might as well swing by and eliminate this mining core. No reason not to. So that sounds good for now. We're going to arrive there quite quickly. And our reinforcements are going to be turning up starting fairly soon as well. So that looks good. Cool. So we're going to just, like, immediately obliterate this. We should take basically no damage. And indeed, that is the case. Now I want to move us down over this direction, and we're going to start looking for that Spectre, which is definitely around here. Okay, here we can see that our reinforcements are starting to come in. We are still about a year away from one set of our reinforcements finishing up, though. So let's build our mining stations here in Weir. And I'd like to go grab Lazon eventually, but I think we're going to head down to Farathon for now. Okay, so that looks fine for the moment. So we're down to 2 science ships and 2 construction ships. We may change that number eventually, but for now this looks good. Disruptor's shield capacitors are actually quite good. We're gonna grab that. This is occupied by the Corinth Temple of Renewal. Interesting. Okay, so Radar Station Alpha has a new geographical feature. I wonder what that is. Gravitational caves. -1 max districts, but engineering research from jobs. Plus 20%. Okay, I guess that's fine. And this generator world needs a job. Should this be a generator world? Arguably, no. What this should have is an astrometeorology observatory, and we're going to put in a storm attraction center as well. So that looks fine. This agro world here is a real, actual agro world, and we are going to put in a food processing facility here.
Battle commenced.
Perfect. Oh, we found the Spectre. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Construction complete.
We're through its armor very quickly, and we're now fighting its hull. We are taking a few losses, but it is going to go away
Council
quite soon.
agenda ready.
Beautiful. The haunting creature born from light pulses is finally neutralized. Although it remained until the end a ghost among the stars, and in many ways a mystery, the process by which our ships managed to destroy it was observed by the most pessimistic of our scientists, who argued that it would be impossible. To understand exactly how our fleets completed this seemingly insurmountable task, these scientists have meticulously documented the previously unseen properties of light and energy that the rays put on bright display today. The light has gone out. So that's going to give us 5% physics research, 5% energy weapon damage, and energy credits from jobs plus 10%. And also a parade opportunity. So, do we want to encourage this? Probably, yeah. That seems fine. So these guys, they definitely suffered a few losses. In fact, more than a few. We took quite a lot of losses, it looks like. That's noted. So what's our overall strength? Sure. I would like to come up this direction. And we're going to go to Voldop to repair. Or actually, Emlitzer is maybe okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go ahead and hit the reinforce fleet button, but how much is it going to cost us to fully reinforce? 8,846 alloys. That's a lot of alloys. I can't say I'm shocked about it, but it is a lot. I'm going to buy in 1,250 here, plus another 500. There we go. And we're going to hit this reinforce all button. That gets us about half of them. And it's going to take a fair amount of time, but the monsoon over here is largely gone, so that's okay. So we're going to go repair in Emlitzer, and then the idea is we're going to go take out the Guardians of Zanam. Our people will never stop looking for a thrill. Every day we discover incredible situations and face greater challenges, but Ordeg Deadwake thinks we can go even further. The core of a cosmic storm is pure potential, the true bleeding edge. An edge sharp enough to sever the status quo and unleash the rush of a lifetime. The time is ripe to provoke a storm of truly epic proportions, a nexus of joyous pandemonium. The big one. Only 2 minor details remain. A final study to determine exactly how to invoke the perfect storm, and the opinion of the rest of the galaxy, should we choose to do so. Bringing something like this into being is sure to stir up some resentment. Intriguing. Okay, so
Situation
for
log
now,
updated.
I think that we probably shouldn't work on that, because we just lost a huge amount of our fleet, and we don't want to be provoking the galaxy at this exact moment. So we can launch our Evolving Society agenda, and I'd like to do like military buildup, but that's not currently available. Okay. So in that case, maybe we would just go with infinite opportunities. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Cool. So up here in Weir, we're building our mining station and then heading into Farathan. That looks excellent. This generator world requires housing. And for now, I'm just going to put in a pair of generator districts. This agro-world is not actually going to be an agro-world, but for the moment, I'm going to put in an astrometeorology observatory and a storm attraction center, as well as a storm summoning theater. All of that is going to be reasonably necessary. The ISS Bluefin is currently over in Urantok. Did we colonize this? We did. Beautiful. So next up, I'd like to go to, like, Theram, and we'll build a starbase up over there. So, the Tsunami fleet is eventually going to need upgrades. We knew that this was going to be a thing. We're not going to be able to upgrade them in Amlitzer, of course. We are going to be able to get them repaired, and we're going to be able to continue to work on these reinforcements. Now, the overall cost of this is going to be about 4,285 alloys. That's a lot of alloys. I'm going to exchange some food here, and some minerals. And we're going to use that to buy in a few additional alloys. That gives us about half of what we need to rebuild these.
New frontiers established.
Okay, so that is fine. The ISS Bluefin is done in Weir and then is going to head down to Farathan. And we can grab a tradition. So leader lifespan or popped emotion size and empire size from pops. We are definitely going to reduce our empire size. That was a significant reduction in empire size. I like it. So that is wonderful. That'll reduce our technology cost by a decent amount. So here we should probably consider putting in a storm summoning theater. There we go. That'll be fine. And on this tech world, we should definitely put in a research lab.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay, so these guys, no, we're going to decline that. But we have the leaking sack here. The strobing lights of the stellar race disperser sack were distracting to look upon. So distracting that it took a while to detect that the sack the Wraith used to generate its natural shield was leaking. After quickly confirming that exposure to the chemicals inside would not cause a total ecological collapse on Radar Station Alpha, our scientists focused on analyzing the effects the gas had on our atmosphere. It seems like the emitted chemicals have fused with our mesosphere and disperse concentrated energies surprisingly well. So well that if we release the rest of the disperser's contents, there would be a noticeable increase in planetary defensiveness. I'm going to plug it up.
Research complete.
I don't think we need that. So that is fine. Shield capacitors are now done, and I would like to grab, I guess plasma throwers would be okay. Sure. And we could also grab, say, lateral artifacting, but that's also kind of useless. So we don't want to do that. Dimensional shifting would be a fine thing to grab here, though. So we'll unlock that. And that... Did that actually summon the fleet, or did that unlock it? I was under the impression that that would unlock the ability. And I think that's what happened. I don't think we actually summoned it, which is good. So yeah, that would unlock the phase fleet action. And it can only be used once and then adds new functionality to your fleet. Right. So it allows us to phase the fleet. It doesn't summon the phased fleet. That's right. I was confused on which one that was, but we got there in the end. So fleet command limit would not be a useful thing to take here. Ancient target scramblers would be fine, I suppose, but for now, I'm kind of thinking about giving ourselves some additional capacity. A defensive pact invitation we're going to decline. Fleet maneuvers would be in Voldop. We're a long ways away from there.
Situation log updated.
How long do we have on that? I'm not sure we can get there in 1080 days, to be honest with you. We're going to be in Amlitzer in 300 days. We might be able to get there in time. I do want to continue to reinforce this fleet. That is going to continue to be fairly expensive. We can sell off a few additional minerals here and buy in a few alloys with that. That was like 750, or actually I think that was like 1,000 alloys that we just bought. That's not too bad. So let's continue to reinforce this fleet and use caution and excavate around the cavern. Perfect. So this construction ship is idling in Farathan, and I definitely want to get that building. And this construction ship is done in Theram. So we'll grab that, and then probably just continue to fill in out over here. And then the ISS Clever Clam is idling down this way. So do we want that to do anything at this time? That's a distinct possibility. Actually, we should probably come research the anomalies that we found up over this way. So I'm going to go do exactly that. Perfect. So that looks fine. Anything else to be done here? Well, not at this moment is the answer. Cool. So we have a bunch of reinforcements on the way over. They'll arrive in about a year. That makes sense. Completely and totally fine. Okay, so lateral artifacting is now ready to use. I would like to do some astral splitting. Available. That would be decent, but as of right now, there's not a huge amount to be done there. I do want to definitely continue to reinforce this fleet and pour that in. We did just finish something out over here. A colonization in Kochab? No. What did we finish out here? I don't know. It was something. Oh, it's the Hypercane out over here. Gotcha. So, the eradication of the Wraith Anathema. A bright day greeted the packed crowds on Radar Station Alpha today as a procession carrying our proof of the destruction of the Wraith traveled through the moon's cities. The parade's progress was broadcast throughout our empire to billions of viewers. The Wraith's disperser sack already seems to have become a staple of Nimbulan culture, inspiring artists and creators across Nimbulan meteorological, apparently, prediction center. After finishing the world tour, the Wraith's disperser sack was placed in a specialized display at the center of the capital to inspire generations to come. Today was a good day for all Nimbi. Indeed. Okay, so that is all looking magnificent. This mining world requires housing. I'm simply going to put in a mining district here. Energy credits from jobs from that aftermath, but we want the Obsidian Lakes bonus. That's what that is. Beautiful. So we're going to arrive in Amlitzer very soon here, and we're going to continue to pour reinforcements in here. The fleets are now, in theory, at full strength. We're just going to need to wait for all of these guys to arrive. So that is going to be significant, of course. 2,000 energy credits or a permanent generator district and energy credits from jobs on Korach Prime. Korach Prime is currently set up as a nothing world, and so we're going to take that. Beautiful. I do want to put in a gene clinic here for sure, as well as the city district.
New frontiers established.
Wonderful. So we're going to be arriving in Amlitzer very shortly. We're going to get our repairs there, and then we're going to head down and do these exercises while waiting for our reinforcements to turn up.
Handshake protocols activated.
The Zeritan Citizen Alliance wants to join a federation with us. That's an interesting option, actually. They're full equivalent to us. That's very interesting. I'll agree to that. So we just joined a federation. Beautiful.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
So we're a member of the Union of Autonomous Powers, as is the Zeritan Citizen Alliance over here. So that basically integrates them into us in a weird sort of way, but the Model 16 Citizen Confederation left it because they're a vassal. So the regime of main facility is a vassal as well. So all of this is under the control of our federation now. So that is fascinating. No doubt about that. Let's grab research alternatives, I guess. And then we could see about maybe like inviting these guys. They have a lot of reasons not to. They don't like the Zeritan Citizen Alliance. That's fine. That is completely fine. So the ISS Bluefin needs to be building some mining stations here. And the ISS Bluefin, which is not confusingly named at all, needs to build a starbase down over this way. Now, our Federation is currently losing XP, and I would like to assign a envoy to this. And I need to remember how to do that. There's definitely a way to do that. Now, currently, the Zeritan Citizen Alliance is the president, and they do have a slightly stronger economy than us right now, which isn't surprising. What is the current Okay, it's rotation and a 20-year term. So we can take this over in about 20 years. Gotcha. Now, we definitely do want to add envoys, and I need to remember how to do this. There is a way to do this. We can just select a leader here, I suppose. We can recruit in Eyes of Orange, and that'll be our delegate. Cool. And there are 2 representatives at this time, but we need to assign an envoy. How do we do that? I've completely forgotten. I know there's a way to do this. We've assigned our delegate. We're currently losing XP at this moment. 9.93, but the Union of Autonomous Powers is sending envoys in. We do have 1 available envoy right now. This guy's building a spy network, and we can unassign that convoy, or that envoy rather. And I've completely forgotten how to assign envoys to this.
Spaceborne life form
yes.
encountered.
These guys want the cache of data. We'll make a copy for you. There you go. Perfect. There's definitely a way to do this. Why have I forgotten this?
Construction
I feel like
complete.
there should be a button like right here. The enigmatic cache has departed. Okay. So we're lacking XP right now, and assigning envoys would definitely be a very, very good thing for us. So we're currently losing 9.79 XP per month at this moment, but this is saying 7.79 here. Well, let's just give that a moment, and we'll come back to that. So for now, we need engineering research. This will be relatively okay. Astral actions are available, but I don't actually want to do any of those. Our fleets are currently repaired, so we're going to need to send them down to research the projects here. They'll arrive there eventually, and then they're going to backtrack back and take out the Guardians of Zanam, is the idea. So the ISS Bluefin out over this way is going to build a starbase in Diarum, which will be wonderful. And that'll be done shortly. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I will probably remember how to assign envoys to our Federation and boost up our XP a little bit. That would be a good thing. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.